handoff with the rip. And then, oh my word, Saban Lee announced himself on the Euroleague stage.
This is only a glimpse of the madness that we witnessed in round 3 of the Euroleague.
As yet undefeated 2-0, Hifi lets it fly. Amudia!
Both Makabi and Anadolu Efes were trying to recover from round 2's losses, so a tough matchup was ahead of us. Efes opened up really strong, jumping to an early 9-point lead, encouraged by Vincent Poirier and Jordan Nwora.
Shot clock running down the gut of the defense, and the slam!
However, once Saban Lee entered the court, Makabi picked up their level of play and made it a tie game. This poster dunk was a confidence booster for Saban Lee as he demanded the ball and became Makabi's go-to guy on offense. After what was a very tight first half, no team could make a separation until Efes came up with an 8-0 run. However, Makabi quickly recovered from this one as well, with Saban Lee and Jordan Horde making a run of their own to bring the game back to 2 entering the fourth.
Upstairs, Jalen Ward, and he is fouled in the act of slamming.
The final period was all about Saban Lee, in which he scored 9 of his 23 points.
Lee, faced by Bourbois, used his shoulder to create the space and get the bucket.
Efes kept fighting as the back and forth continued, but it was always Makabi that found ways to stay on top. This play from Lee and Horde to go up by 2 with 3 seconds left in the game seemed to be the cherry on top.
Lee finds Ward, Jordan Horde, what a pass, what a finish. Jalen Ward, with the best game of his young EuroLeague career, goes to 18 points personal. Saban Lee, 23 points. And that is his 5th assist. Is that a game winner?
Still, Efes had one last chance to win it all, but Shane Larkin's three-pointer fell just short as Makabi went on to win this one, 93-91. A nail-biter ending to a hard-fought battle, something similar to what we saw in Bologna from Virtus and Žalgiris. Despite Žalgiris having a comfortable lead throughout the game, Virtus had a terrific fourth quarter and found a way to come back into it. Isaiah Cordinier woke up and led Virtus to a 13-2 run in the fourth, as they even got on top with 3 minutes remaining. On the other end, Alen Smilagic came up clutch on the offensive boards and scored 7 of his 9 points in the last quarter alone, giving Žalgiris the energy needed to get the lead back heading into the last minute of play. And the last 10 seconds of the game were absolute chaos, as Virtus had 3 chances to tie the game but just couldn't make it 3 to save themselves.
And it's picked off again, Cordinier for the tie, not gonna go. Another chance, Bellinelli, not gonna go. And that'll do it. Oh my goodness me, what a finish.
Wow, what a crazy ending, just like the atmosphere in the sold-out Belgrade Arena, where there was only one option for Partizan: get their first win of the new season. The players were well aware of that, taking control of the game from the first quarter with a 6-for-7 3-point shooting early on. And with electrifying plays like this, it seemed that the arena would not make it in one piece to the end of the game.
Expansive enough from Partizan. Jones gets inside.
Partizan set the tone early and jumped to a double-digit lead by the end of the first quarter. The second period was nothing different, as the black and white show continued with tremendous effort on both ends. Sterling Brown had the hot hand, hitting 4 of 4 3-pointers on his way to 16 first-half points.
Brown looking for 3 again in that position again, and he finds it again!
Partizan entered the second half with a more than comfortable 17-point lead. However, Bayern was not willing to give up just yet. Carson Edwards hit back-to-back 3-pointers to spark some energy into the offense, as the Germans cut the lead to 8 points in just 4 minutes of play in the third.
Sells with fouls to their names. Oh, Voigtman, the lovely bullet pass from Carson Edwards.
Partizan had to answer back, and luckily for them, they did so quickly, led by Frank Ntilikina's strong third quarter.
Ntilikina cuts inside through the paint and up and down. Stopped Bayern momentarily. Malenkovic, Ntilikina for 3, gets it, and that's what the Partizan crowd have been paying for. Ntilikina for 3, nothing but net. Into the last minute of the third.
While Bayern showed some effort in the fourth quarter, there was simply no chance for them to come back in this one, as Partizan secured their first win of the season on their home court, while the crowd was going crazy. And crazy is the right word for what happened between the reigning champions Panathinaikos and the EuroLeague rookies Paris. It was a back-and-forth battle throughout the first 15 minutes, but the Parisians finally started hitting their outside shots and made a bigger run, jumping to their first double-digit lead in the middle of the second quarter.
As yet undefeated 2-0, Heafy lets it fly. Oh mon Dieu!
Despite having the lead, Paris's offense was not working as well as they would have liked, and a team like Pau knew how to punish that, coming back into the game with a couple of great plays from Lorenzo Brown and Kendrick Nunn.
Shonovan keeps it alive, but promptly turns it over. Oh, their enthusiasm is so much fun to watch. They just need a little bit of composure, Paris. Nunn, that's tough. Kendrick Nunn, that's just tough.
Paris needed some composure, and they found it in the hands of TJ Shorts, who made some tough baskets to keep them up.
Shonovan, Ward, will it count? Ty Shorts with the finger roll finish, and one to come.
It was rough as neither team could get a good offensive flow in the second half. Paris made up for their lack of good offense with amazing intensity on the defensive end. This kept them ahead in the fourth quarter. However, their horrible execution from the foul line, missing 7 free throws in the fourth, allowed Panathinaikos to attempt a comeback.
Nunn, stop, got it, Kendrick Nunn. Paris, one foul to give, will it go? It's on the floor. He hasn't done well tonight to shoot free throws. Nunn. He won't go away. Panathinaikos won't go away.
Pau almost completed a wild 10-point comeback in less than a minute and a half. However, Paris's lead was just too big, and in the end, they somehow prevailed and came up on top for their first ever Euroleague victory in the upset of the round. This was not the only upset of the week, however, as another one came in Istanbul, with Red Star playing one of their best games in their franchise history. From the very beginning, Zvezda controlled the tempo, opening the game with a 7-0 run.
Key bags a steal it. Sparks a transition opportunity. Miller McIntyre offloads and open the scoring with a one-fisted flush and then rising up.
It was a complete Red Star show on both ends as they jumped to a double-digit lead in less than 3.5 minutes of action, with Joel Bolomboy looking like prime Shaq out there.
They hang it up for Joel Bolomboy, who soars above the rim. Flush right in the neighborhood of Boban.
The red and white dictated the flow of this one, and at no point of the game did Fener look like they could make a comeback. A dominating performance from Zvezda on their way to a phenomenal 3-0 start, which is a positive surprise. Real Madrid's 1-2 start, however, is another surprise, but on the opposite end of the spectrum. In a complete team effort, Baskonia managed to defeat Real 76-72. Their victory did not come easy by any means, as Walter Tavares was causing so much trouble for them inside the paint.
Up under, a little short, bodies flying all over the place, and
Tavares dominated the paint to keep Real within reach, but when it mattered the most, Baskonia's players stood up, limiting him to only 4 points in the last period. It was the fourth quarter that ultimately decided the game, as 6 different players scored for Baskonia, with Chima Moniki coming up big time with a 3-pointer that put them up by 2.
He's got Sergio Yu on him, over the top of Yu.
Finally, Marcus Howard drained the dagger to seal the deal, and he let everybody know that this is what he's about.
Fades Howard with the fadeaway 2 over the top of Tavares.
At the end, it was a penalty shootout in which Baskonia held on for their second win of the season. What an insane round. We probably should have expected this after the intense match day that I recapped in the previous video, and you gotta check it out right here. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.